Fire, one of the four natural elements of the earth, endlessly mystifying and symbolic in mythologies and religions throughout history. The fox, a peculiar animal with strong ties to Japanese folklore. Put them together and what do you get? Oh, okay, two options. What do you say? I meant, let's bring this to a PokéClash. Hello everyone and welcome to PokéClash. Our special this evening is a braised slowpoke tail with fresh water to drink and flaky lava cookies on the side. And this is why one should never script while hungry. Anyway, we have a clash to do, so let's save the eating for later. Ninetales and Delphox. Throughout the history of Pokemon, very few Pokemon have shared such a similarity across such a wide time span. Both are based primarily in real-life foxes and the Japanese kitsune. Both are fire-type, and both even have the same species name of the fox Pokemon. As a result, comparisons between the two are inevitable. But which of these twins will come out on top when the bell sounds? Let's find out. But very quickly, let me remind you that this outcome was determined by a popular vote, so while this may not be official, it is a fairly concise congregation of hundreds of opinions. And of course, whether you like the winner, the loser, both, or neither, as long as you're having fun with your Pokemon, that's all that really matters. But enough talk! Have at you! Ninetales, the fox Pokemon. While it may not look it, Ninetales is one of the most intelligent Pokemon the series has ever created. Its origins are a mystery, but fables tell that when 9 noble saints died, they were united together and reincarnated as this Pokemon. As such, each of its 9 tails contain a different mystical power, and all this power allows it to live for upwards of 1,000 years. They also make it intelligent enough to understand human speech. However, while it possesses great power and beauty, it can also be very vengeful. Ninetales are said to be able to enter and take control of people's minds by casting a sinister glow from their eyes. Also, it is said that if any of its tails are pulled, it will place a curse on the person that can last for up to 1,000 years. Based on the similarity in numbers, we can assume that this means that the curse lasts for the rest of that particular Ninetales' life. Okay, let me just get my local exorcist on standby, and we'll move on. Ninetales' stats are pretty well divided, but its best are its speed and special defense. It has a few options to work with, but it's most commonly used as the crux of Sun teams thanks to its ability Drought. This ability instantly intensifies the Sun when Ninetales enters the battle, and holding a Heat Rock will extend that Sun to 8 turns. Your best attacking option is going to be Flamethrower due to its perfect accuracy and getting Stab and Sun Boost. You can also give it Solar Beam, but it's not used as often because Ninetales' main purpose with this set is to keep the Sun up for as much of the mast as possible for the rest of your team to capitalize on. This can be helped with recovery moves like Pain Split and Rest, and also with status moves like Toxic and Will-O-Wisp, which has the added bonus of having the opponent's attack. Another common strategy is to give it Substitute. In the opposite corner, Ninetales has some weaknesses to be exploited. First of all, its defense is quite low, making it easy to KO with a physical attack, especially if you can outspeed it. Pokemon with the ability Infiltrate can get past a Substitute with Toxic, and turn Ninetales' fainting into only a matter of time. Pokemon with Rain Dance or the ability Drizzle can give you a hard time keeping the Sun up, and remember that Ninetales usually can't do a thing to other fire types. Ninetales, the beast from the east. It can be your greatest ally or your worst nightmare. Treat it well, and who knows what you can accomplish. Delphox, also the fox Pokemon, is the final evolution of the Kalos Firestarter Fennekin. While it may have started as another fire-breathing fox, it created a new path for itself upon finding a stick that could act as a magic wand. You've heard of the black mage, and you've heard of the white mage. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the red mage. Delphox now uses its wand to produce its attacks. It is powerful enough to create fiery vortexes reaching temperatures of 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit, or nearly 3,000 degrees Celsius. To quickly put that number in perspective, silver melts at 962 degrees Celsius, iron at 1535, titanium at 1660. Even carbon, the most stable element on the periodic table, sublimes at 3500 degrees Celsius. Not quite within reach of Delphox, but still, that's pretty dang hot. Also, by staring straight into the flame at the end of its wand, Delphox can achieve total focus and can apparently even see into the future. So I guess it already knows how this clash turns out. But before we get there, we need to talk battling. Delphox lives for the special sweep thanks to its speed and special attack power. Right off the bat, you've got Fire Blast and Psyshock for pure special stab power. Another common choice is Shadow Ball for type coverage. Use it and fear the ghost types no more. For the 4th slot, you have a few options. Calm Mind helps it to set up a sweep, nice and simple. Switcheroo swaps your item with your opponent's. Some good timing and planning ahead can cripple a team. Also, don't forget about Wish and Magic Coat as a way to help support Delphox or other members of its team. On the receiving end, there are only a couple of direct counters to Delphox. The main ones you're working with are going to be Tyranitar, Crawdaunt, and Greninja. All are immune to Psyshock and resist Fire Blast, and easily threaten Delphox with a one-hit KO. If you have none of these Pokemon, try something with a lot of special bulk. Survive a hit and then do what you will. Even so, Delphox has become a favorite from the new generation as a simple but effective sweeper. You could even say it's something quite magical. So it would seem that this competition is heating up. Which fiery fox will take home the crown? I'm not gonna lie, this was a close one. But the people choose you, Delphox, by a vote of 52% to 48%. This time around, magic beats curses, but only by a little bit. Delphox won 68 Pokédollars for winning, which unfortunately you can't buy anything with, but don't fret, keep grinding levels on youngsters and you'll eventually be able to buy one potion. And you all be sure to stick around to check out the next episode of PokéClash, where everyone's a winner with the proper EV training. Thanks for watching.
Alright, that just happened. Our first mano-a-mano clash, and it was incredibly close, just 23 votes separate. Thank you all for participating in that clash. It really, honestly, would not have been possible without you. Anyway, for our next clash, we're reviving one of the most bitter rivalries ever to be recorded in fictional history. The tortoise and the hare. You heard me right, it's the resolute reptiles versus the brutish bunnies in all-out war. Over here, you will find the combatants. In the description, you will find the link to the voting page. Go to it and vote for your favorites. You do not have to vote for every question, but all submissions are welcome and appreciated. Also, if you liked this video and want to see more, click right over here on Jigglypuff. It'll take you to my channel page where you can view all my other clashes. The last one I did pitted fossil Pokemon against ghost Pokemon. It was pretty interesting. If you have suggestions for future clashes, whether full scale or mano-a-mano, let me know in the comments below. Who knows? Your suggestion might just be on the show next. All that's really left to say is, I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time with tortoises versus hares. Hooah!